I'm standing right now in the shade of one of my hay barns. Right now, we have 8 of them, and we're working on 9 and number 10. I have 12 current barns altogether. They're just not in this same area. They're spread out other places. Barns we've had in the past before we really decided what our footprint was going to be, which we still haven't really decided on. But you can see those guys behind me are setting the pole for another barn. These barns are very important. Without these barns, we used to tarp all of our hay, and when we tarp hay, tarps get holes in them, they rub, and they are a lot of work. Every time you want to get hay from a tarp, you have to have people climb up on top of the tarp, pull the tarp back while the squeeze pulls the hay out. Then when you're done, you have to put the tarp back down. With these barns, I can drive in and out of a barn as many times as I want without any extra help. The squeeze can do it all himself. So these barns are very helpful and very efficient. They're expensive at first, but I figure over about 7 years, they get down to the same price as a tarp. So maybe even faster, because I can go in and out of a barn as many times as I want. Or a tarp, you have to open and close it, open and close it, open and close it. So you use a tarp one time a year. And the barn can be used many times in a year. So figure 6.5, 7 years, one of these barns is paid for. Now these barns are 96 foot wide, 200 foot long. They hold exactly one of our truckloads. So a semi is, I say exactly one. It holds two truckloads. The semi is 8 stacks, 2 doubles, pulling 4 stacks each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1 truckload, 2 truckloads. And then the outsides underneath the eaves, I put lower quality hay to protect the better quality hay. Actually, on the outside here, this is actually lower quality hay as well to protect the nicer hay inside. This row right here is actually this will be its 2nd year standing here. It was rained on hay, and then I rock the base of these barns. You can see these big river rocks. It helps the moisture in these stacks works its way down, and it can you can see this doesn't seal off. There's a lot of space between rocks, these cracks, and the moisture goes through there. If we set these down on dirt, it would seal off much like the crust of a brownie, and those bottom bales would look like the crust of a brownie. It would just pack in, and that moisture would sit there, and the bottom half of that stack would not be very good. So with these rocks, it just goes straight through, which is great. And then gophers don't like these rocks very much either. So the gophers, they will dig in there, but not as much. And another very important thing about the rocks, they keep the dust down. When you're running hay squeezes, a brand new squeeze like $280,000 or more, a used one, $150,000. So when you're running these very expensive pieces of machinery, you don't want them sucking dust all day long. Especially the machine I run just stays in these barns. Running in and out of these barns all day with rock, big gravel, it doesn't create a lot of dust. So it helps in more than just one way. It helps with the base of the stacks, helps keep my hay squeeze clean, the engine, the air filter, and with gophers. We store up hay all summer long to where we can sell hay, keep our customers happy all winter long. We supply several feed stores throughout the country, actually. We send a lot of hay to Texas, Tennessee, Oklahoma, Florida, Georgia, but then a lot stays here in Arizona. There's several feed stores we supply here in Arizona. And so by having these barns, we can fill up with alfalfa. We can sit on it, and it is a game though. What is it? Should I be selling it now while the value is at point A, or do I sit on it and wait and hope the value goes up to pay for these barns? Like I said, these barns aren't cheap. So the hay better go up in price as the winter goes. If it doesn't, these barns aren't paying for themselves. I'd be better off selling it all right away. So it is a chance building these barns, and and we take a chance holding this hay. You never know what's going to happen. One cigarette from a truck driver, one of these barns catches on fire. They're all 100 foot apart too. That barn's 100 foot from this one's 100 foot from that one. So help mitigate the chance of fire spreading. So I'm using this barn for two different products, and I use a lot of barns for 2 products. I'll start stacking in the middle and work my way out, and then I mark with the spray paint what quality starts where. So usually dead center one way is one quality, and dead center the other way is the other quality. So yeah, we've invested quite a bit of time and quite a bit of money into these barns, and so far they've paid off well. I hope they continue to pay off well. All right, everybody. So I've got a young man that just followed me in a rake tractor to a field. I'm going to teach him how to rake hay. His name is Nathan. He goes by Nate. By me teaching him, I won't have to be up in the middle of the night doing it. He can. Say hi, Nate. Hey. All right, here we go. Nate, sitting on the plastics, it broke, so now I have to sit crammed up. I'm probably taller than him. I feel like a child. Everything's going good. Nate's doing pretty good. He's not fired yet. Good thing he can buck bales. Even if this doesn't work out, he can buck bales. So here's after it's been raked. It's a little bit green underneath. I was thinking they'd be able to bale this today, but I don't know. There's some greenness to it. They might not be able to bale till tomorrow. Here's before it's raked. You see it's dry on top. It's dry on the bottom. This was cut 2 days ago. So it's laid out all the day cut it, all of yesterday, raked today. We'll probably bale this today. It's 110 out, so it's warm enough. It's warm enough that these dry spots will dry out. They'll work out. Those 2 wheels, they're distance apart. All the farmers on here that have farmed hay will know. If you get those wheels too close together, it balls up and it creates a huge, huge mess. I had Nate do it on purpose earlier to show him what kind of mess it makes, so we made a small mess. But yeah, it's not fun. He's in practice, his turns. He needs to work on his turns, so he missed this. When he made that turn, he missed right there. So we'll have to get that coming when it comes around. See, he knows it. He knows it. Yeah, he knows it. That's all right. Keep going. This is a dark rake. It's the kind of cheaper model where we have to climb out, manually open them. The hydraulics slide them apart and lift it up and down, but we have to manually open those rakes. After we bale this, we will come back with that Rouse dump rake and clean everything up. All right, done with that field. Parked down there, ready for tomorrow. Nate, how'd it go?
Pretty good.
You nervous?
Still a little bit.
Are you scared?
No, not at all.
Was it harder than you thought it would be?
Yes.
All we're doing is raking hay. See, Nate, how many tractors have you driven before today?
3.
3? What were they?
Whatever, the one, the front loader.
So wheel loader,
The water truck.
water truck, the tractor or the truck?
The tractor.
The tractor, which was an old hay rake,
And then now that.
and now that. We're gonna turn this city boy into a farmer before he knows it. Nate wants to be a pilot actually, so he's got bigger and better dreams. Well, they got all the poles set yesterday. Or no, that was this morning. For the new barns, and they've cemented them. So the poles are up. They'll sit here for a couple days. Today is Friday. I bet they won't work Saturday, they won't work Sunday. And then Monday, they'll start putting the, well, they're gonna have to come through and weld all these I-beams into A-frames, just like that barn. So these are just straight I-beams. They'll come in, they'll cut them, and they'll weld them together, and then they'll pick them up and start putting them across. So we're coming together. $4,000 worth of tires. Replace the back ones, replace the front ones. The tread was still good.
Yeah.
It was inside the grooves where the wire was showing. Well, we're good now, right, Arturo?
Pretty good.
We're good.
2 more years, probably.
Two more years.
Yeah, 2 more years.
2 more years. We're good. Anyone else on here project oriented, and then they start projects and they don't finish them? There's one of them. Project 2, 1994 Dodge. It's been sitting here like this several weeks. The flatbed's on the other side of that straw. So I have the kind of addiction. It's pretty, I don't know. I'm sure a lot of you guys have it, but you go on an auction website and you see things that you think you need. That's one of them. This is another auction buy. It's probably a mistake. It's a little bit long. Came out of Oregon. Has no AC. We're in Arizona. These though, I'm pretty excited about these. These are the hay machine 2. These spin out. They flip the hay over and they fluff it in the back. We got 2 of them because I don't think we can keep up with just one. So I would say these are a good purchase and a good find. They're $12,000 brand new. I found them. I got both of them for $10,000 delivered. I think I did pretty good. This is another project. Maybe we'll get to it soon. I left my tools here, so I hope I get to it soon. And another project. Cade, am I good at starting projects?
Good at starting them.
Are we good at finishing them?
Not good at finishing
Yeah, not good at finishing them. We'll get this one eventually. What, boat first or Dodge?
them. Or other tractor.
Or other tractor? Dang it. One of them.